Some damage has already been done. Crizin, having been tagged up as heavily as he is, means that he won't be a big issue in this fight. He's most useful for his util, though, but Spook won't get any access to the site. There it is, Crizin, Fiku, all three down. And now, it just leaves Buzz and Nikodas remaining. A 2v5, both of those players rotating in from Donut. Nikodas trying to take the long way around, but by the time they're even close to the bomb site, I think their best case scenario is just to do some damage unless we see some criminal work being done by Buzz. Nikodas too late to the party and too sloppy on the trigger.
It's going to be Fnatic taking the pistol round and might be able to do it in a clean fashion as well. It's not so important when you're on your T side here, but we'll do you some favours, there's no doubt. And a shot from Mattis to close it out. So 4 players staying alive. Jambo is now looking towards him. Oh, but he pulls out the util. That's awkward. 1 for 1, that's fine. Nikodas will keep the numbers in their favour. Put this into a 4-on-2. Blamef has just been sat in middle all this time. Try and work his way up. Take a bit of ground. Big headshot, but receives a dink in the process. Luke and Nikodas are so low, this still feels doable. They've got to recover the bomb first. That's the trickiest task of all of this. Go for the kills instead. That's not going to work out all too well. These next couple of fights are going to be key. And there it goes. Buzz with the first. They're going to keep funneling forward. Fiku follows up. And the numbers starting to even out a little bit here. Buzz has got an opportunity, but Crims slams his foot down.
Heading into the next map, Inferno, Fnatic have been playing it out of their mind. Having lost it once in the last 8 times they've played. Oh, wow. Good shot from Nikodas. Getting very chaotic on the side. Madison Jambo, kills galore. USB, largely useless. He controls the name of the game again for Fnatic. Spook has generally been good at keeping a finger on the pulse there, but look at this. Blamef, Mattis, both players finding a kill apiece. Fiku and Crizin knocked out as only 3 remain for OG.
The issue is when you're 2 men down like that, even when you do momentarily sort of claw it back, that info's then relayed, you've got players ready to trade, and in a scenario where ideally you kind of just want to go and save, sort of baited into a bit of a false sense of hope to play for the round, and it ends up just...
Nikodas does have that brewing in his mind, though, and he'll be careful. Blamef intercepted. Buzz doing the same to Fear. And that leaves only a desperate effort from Fnatic to try and book it to B.
Maybe Crims and Matties. The weight of the world on their shoulders here, just outside. Let's see the AWP walk up. That doesn't hit the no-scope. That will be that. Chris and Fiku and Spook all finding 1 apiece. And OG onto 2 rounds.
Outside control. Sorry, mid-control rather again. I mean, it is outside, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Blamef finds Nikodas. Buzz the second on the chopping block, and the food will fight back. On average, Fnatic end up coming out on top in those duels. Maybe Fiku can turn the tables, though. He sees another player coming in from main, but Fnatic recognizes that they have this window of time where they can isolate the 1v2. Spook coming in from behind, ready and waiting. Crims runs right into his crosshairs, and it's all down to exceptional shooting by the OG individuals that saves them the round. Buzz has a clothesline ready. Oh, Fear manages to recover an AK. Didn't see that coming. And Fiku's gonna have to stop him in his tracks. Eventually does, but the deagle is still popping. Crims finds both, nails Fiku's head, and a body shot to Crizin will take care of a round for Fnatic. Oh gee, my oh my. I really thought that they couldn't be trifled with in this round. That's just a recovered AK from Fear.
salt in the wound there, isn't it? A round that was supposed to be a bit of a freebie, and a cool piece of memorabilia I have for us. I actually have Crim's hat alone 2016. Can you believe that? His actual one that he wore.
Like his actual hat.
Yeah, for reals, he's like got his sweat on it.
Yeah, that's the more important part. Got to keep it in a Ziploc bag for freshness of game-induced sweat. Okay. While we're having that gross conversation, Fnatic's been taken care of. It's good to see Crims in this kind of position, 1v3, working up a sweat for the next hat.
Well, he'll be looking for whatever he can get here, to be honest. Doesn't really want to be surviving, but there's a chance for a bomb plant. He's got the C4, and the man that's sort of semi-contesting it is Buzz. Okay, but he won't be able to stop it. So,
oh, Crimson
right.
certainly wanted a little bit more than that. Crims gets a chance to overpower Fiku. Nikodos is stuck in the thick of it as Blame F will put him down. Spook and Buzz. One of them already finding a kill. Blame F, known for his superstar aim, has to try and get the 1v2, but he's backing into Spook, who he is simply not going to anticipate. OG, 5 rounds on the board, which is not the worst in the world considering how they started. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. This is what I was saying before. Getting that little lifeline impressed me so far this map. I'd like to see that continue as we go through the series. These two teams have butted heads quite a few times in the past, actually, sort of playing at a very similar caliber. We've got a lot of repeat matchups between these two this year. Often going either way, so nothing set in stone just yet. What is set in stone is that Crims still having a monster of a map. 17 and 5 as he takes 3 more. Jambo and Blameoff will finish off. So Fnatic, this late burst out onto the A site, will test Jambo's ability to stay cool under pressure. Only ends up with 2, but that's okay.
Oh, look at this from Mattis. They're not going to be focused on him. Perfect timing for him to be pushing behind him. Spook, though, even through the smoke, will be able to find an unlikely refrag.
They're not making any noise. Creeping all the way up. Timing super important. Nikodos, catches him looking the other way.
Problem is, they're going to forgo Donut. Instead, they double down on Red Room, send 2 players in there. It's Nikodos and Buzz, who want to try and make it a 2-prong push into B. Wow, what a flick from Nikodos. But Mattis is ready and waiting. Do they expect him to be here? No. Up close, he's looking good. Buzz pulls out the util to block them off from the pursuit. The problem is, he's just going to get caught out. 1v2, Crimson, lots to do, up against Crims and Jambo. He knows that the bomb is in the smoke somewhere. He's managed to collect it. He's been super silent, 25 seconds, and now that the smoke starts to fade, they'll recognize that they have been bamboozled. But Crimson, he has to give up audio cues. Finally starts to commit to the bomb plant. Does he expect them to both be coming in from CT? He's going to have to get curious, and he needs to look for them. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, not a lot more that can be done there. Ten rounds pulled together by Fnatic before allowing OG to tie this score back up.
It's become a bit too obvious now. Fnatic want to bunker down on B.
Nice
Good shot
Buzz.
Mattis.
Yeah, that's the man down to the Desert Eagle as well. The one you're not really expecting to do anything too crazy here. Double swing into CT will not work. Desperate for a little bit of space. And maybe some extra weapons. Buzz still smashing heads though. And he'll now be able to upgrade into that rifle. Crim's around the corner. Just delivers a 4th. He's on for the ace right now. He wants it. Hungry Fiku. Last man standing. Khalil rattling off shots. There's not a lot of time left on this, but he does have a kit. And yeah, there you go. Taps it. Waits long enough. BlameF will be able to do the lifting and sort of save his teammate a little bit there.
But the 5v4 to kick off the round, the only silver lining they've got is that they were also able to dish out quite the scratch. Oh, Nikodos, very nice shot. Mattis will be able to clothesline him as he comes into the site, though, but Krisen and Buzz are doing some heavy lifting. BlameF, Fear, both down about 50 points of health. But thankfully for them, they are in the right position to deal with this. Oh no, Buzz is ready. Oh. Surely the thing B is kind of clear, right?
Yeah, they should. They should walk right into BlameF fit. Give him a little bit of an opportunity. Timing just really important, and no, he's been seen. That's it. Bang over. Okay. Nice early kill. It's the trades. Nikodos. Buzz still following up.
Where's this coming from?
Yeah, there's definitely still some life left in OG. We're not done yet.
This is also going to incentivize Mattis and Jambo to immediately go for the save. I think they realize there's at least one player just lurking around here to try and be a nuisance later, but dealing with him is kind of difficult. Never mind. Jambo takes care of business. I don't know if Fnatic really want to wager their options here. Jambo knows he's got an AWP. You surround that with a few rifles, especially because both Jambo and Mattis can drop something, even if it's a FAMAS MP9. They should be able to have a sufficient buy around them.
Well, having, despite round wins, does sort of come back to bite them here. As you say, M4 and an AWP carried through.
Oh, BlameF nearly gets caught, but how does he get away with a kill there? Unfortunately, the big gun's gone. And Spook will take care of the little ones as well. We've seen a recurring theme where we've seen comebacks, we've seen overtimes, and none of these games have been early. Oh, you're right.
Boost.
Does interrupt the bomb plant, but they're not going to be ready for Nikodos. Oh, turn just in time, but Nikodos' spray is too good. And already tucked up close. Buzz has gone past him. Let's see how well they can play this. Smoke deployed, hard for Buzz to try and stop them. Bomb already halfway ticked down. They really need to hurry things up. Fear now becoming a part of the conversation. Buzz on the reload. Krisen slowing them down. Jambo takes care of business, gets both kills. But problem is there's just not enough time, and they're going to have to back off, conceding another round to OG.
It's going to go 12-11. It's going to be that scrappy buy out of the CTs at the end. It's somewhat bolstered up by the fact that they saved one in the last, but all now riding on this. And it's a good start again here in mid. Fnatic end up with the numbers. Only so narrowly squeezing through in the last. If you feel confident for this one, the trades are brilliant. It all boils down to Nikodos. It's a 1v3 that he's brought back to 2. He's still got a fair bit of health. Nikodos. Making his way around. Jambo's heard and seen him. Information will be relayed. BlameF will be in position. Nikodos should surely get stopped as he even tries to plant here. BlameF will just walk his way around. Out of temple. Easy stuff. Fnatic do exactly what we saw out of NIP earlier. They'll deny the comeback at the very last hurdle. It's with 3 MP9s. A sick map. The OG pick. And now things get tough.
This round starting off absolutely crazy. Sorry for the awkward silence there, folks. I was muted there for a second. Ooh. Do not trust me with a computer, but yeah, 1v1 and bomb recoverable.
Very recoverable. It's a bit of a spanner to this.
The problem is Nikodos takes so long to come back onto the site that now BlameF could have repositioned everywhere. But the plant being tucked inside the bomb site makes it a little bit more obvious where BlameF himself might be. Oh, narrowing down the positions. Oh, it's so difficult to find that fight. And Nikodos will be overwhelmed. So the winners of map 1 will continue to reign supreme as we head into map 2. So far, so good.
So here we go. That another crack at it that you were talking about. Pistols and armor. Nikodos still with that save down 4 and heavy presence here on Banana. Well, could have done big damage. Instead, they're the recipients of the triple stack of the nades. And Jambo ends up with 2 for free. His first 2 on the board here in this map.
I mean, what are you even supposed to do against that, right? I really appreciate that Fnatic kept the opponent money in mind. They know they're going to try and do something cheeky with the rifle they've saved. They know that there's going to be some bout of aggression, so why not meet it with nades? And look at how well that works. Jambo eventually does have to forgo his life as he tries to create a bit more space in B, but this round has Fnatic written all over it. At least Crizzen can stifle it. Make it a little bit more palatable. Player in the back of the site needs to be good. Need to be very diligent with how they clear. Oh, now they're ready. They are so ready. How is this still a back and forth?
Spams aren't connected now, but continuing to give up the fact that he's still playing close CT. Mattis doesn't bother reloading. 2 bullets in the clip is enough. I think with the Galil, we'll finish off the job.
Good shots from Buzz. They're circling around him like sharks, though. I love how carefully he's playing this, just wasting as much time as possible, but Jambo will find him through the smoke. So now, you've got a Raipe bomb site. OG are completely locked out. And look at this from Crizzen, just going to try and get desperate to find BlameF. Somehow still gets BlameF through the smoke. And the retake is doable. Crizzen has found quite the space. A very interesting decision from Jambo to get on top of the ledge, which is going to get him punished. Crim's as low as he is. This is now suddenly looking more like a swing round from OG. Fnatic nearly looked like they nailed it, but I'm not too sure anymore. Mattis tucked up on the top. There's the first skill. Readying up for the second, but Mattis gets caught. Not enough HP on Crims to keep them on their toes. They're going to try and circle around him, and they should have enough time to get on the defuse. This is very reminiscent of what we saw in most of Ancient. It's quite decisive, quite dominant from Fnatic. And that trend is continuing now. Oh, look at this from Crizzen. He's trying to play the trigger discipline. What option does he have, right? Wants to line them all up and then try and have a go at it. No! I mean, what choice did he have?
Actually redundant. Come and join his team, mate. Keep pressing.
Oh wow, this is getting so bad. Despite the damage being inflicted, you can see BlameF just throwing up his hands.
Number 7, CT by back out. Crizzen on the MP9, but Nikodos finally got that AWP. Again, though, why? Why with the deep banana smoke do they continue to swing car? They've been punished by it time and time again. This time it's not even BlameF, it's Mattis and Jambo. In unison, popping heads. And a 2-man advantage just like that. Blink and you miss it.
Blink and you miss it is a very apt way of describing how quick the fingers of Fnatic have been.
Quite unrepeatable, I guess, haven't they? And Fnatic mistakes and OG sort of awkward buys that have allowed like upsets, I guess. Crims works his way out. Big head shot found. They're just doing it again, right? Duel after duel going their way. Nikados does slam back for a double. Needs this. Won't convert it. Crims takes another. That's now space on the A site. I think this is a really good example, right, of what we've sort of seen happen so consistently recently. Hang on a minute. Goes back into a 2-on-2. Hold that thought for a moment. Go on.
And it's not the 1v1 idea, okay? You know how there used to be tic-tac-toe on the ground on the OG Inferno? And when I say OG Inferno, I mean like CSGO Inferno, not like OG. Also very cute, so the court will in fact be influenced more than it would be by a lawyer.
Jambo, I really don't know why Buzz has gone for that peak, to be honest. They'd already given up the prospect at the round, right? There was no way.
Nikados goes for a peek into apartments, but that's information for Fnatic. You know, there's one in Arches. They know someone just crossed over the site. Oh, what a raid from Jambo there. Slowly peeks it. Crims knows there's an op trained on his angle. Nikados goes down. And if I'm OG, I'm already double booking it back to B.
There you go. On we go, boom. 8 on the board for Fnatic, and very good work being done. Very, very good work being done again. Just clinical on those entries.
That's a drive peek.
Timing here, yeah, just full W. Chrisen not deploying the smoke quick enough, and then won't get the opportunity to. Lovely tap out of Crims. Trade is there, but Fear right back the other way. Spooky and Buzz for the 2v2. 30 seconds. Bomb's going to go down. It's one that they'll definitely go for. Even though, looking at the money, you know, a couple of rifles will do them some favours in this next round. Still feels one that's winnable. Crims right now. Big stuff. Big arms on the camp. Buzz left by himself. Walk straight into it. It will clean things up. And tidy stuff for the 9th there from Fnatic. I've got to say, I really love Flame's white monitor. As someone with like a white setup, everything on my setup's white and pink. But it's difficult to come by white monitors, so.
Everything in your setup, including the person using it.
Exactly, man.
A lot of dry peaks for Mattis have worked out, and it's not really, like, again, this is the same as Ancient. Very consistently, they're just enabling their individuals to get into fights, and it works. Wow, okay, this time there's some response. Buzz and Spook, one apiece. Nate's good, but not enough to find Buzz. I think it might have just been a little off-center. Oh, dude, they've got to watch out for this flank.
Oh my god, what a shot. Jambo just sees a millimeter of the suppressor there. That is exactly where to flick and spam. Chrisen had been cooking this entire round, but it feels like the meal is burnt. He's got to try and extinguish the flames and get it out before it's unrecoverable. With his teammate falling, he's left with a 1v2. That is painful. And it's kind of at the hands of Jambo just hitting that ridiculous flick. If he doesn't, they can delay on the A site a little bit longer. Chrisen's flank could work. Misses the opening opportunity, and that should be where the line is drawn. Through the smoke, Crims will finish him off. Bigger team steps up big. Buzz drops early. Mattis follows up really crisp. 2 mega shots. Put it into the 4-on-2.
Doesn't get refragged or anything, Mattis. Oh my, they can't touch him. They can't lay a finger on him. Fiku eventually does, but by then, he's already done the hard part. This is just unbelievable. It is salt being liberally rubbed into the wounds. They get bogged down by nades. Okay, Mattis should have no trouble cleaning house. There it is. Weapon recovered as well. Flash to delay. Oh wow, he's going for double dip, triple dip, keeps getting it done. And with a 4K, He's already decided the fate of OG. Now it's all about walking the plank for Buzz as he overlooks the balcony. I mean, just
200
push
for
it
the
and
flash.
just push it and hope for the best,
He
right?
needs to go and die.
No, he needs to grab that weapon and go T-spawn. I'm a little afraid that Fnatic might play too safe now. Oh, dude, they're gonna go for it, right? I mean, the bomb is still halfway there, dude. Just go for it.
This feels, I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? Because it does kind of weirdly feel like the right call to just back away and hold on to these rifles, but at the same time, you've got such a huge margin for error, 4v2. It does feel like if Fear just throws his flash over and they just full W into that, they almost definitely trade each other and get that done, right? I'm pretty surprised they don't go for it as well.
Especially because the other two players were also postured to move in.
You can kind of afford to be ballsy this stage in the game, right? When you've
Oh.
got such a huge lead, but it's a lovely opening. Actually, a follow-up there from Spooky as well. So him and Fiku doing a lot of lifting here towards B. Seems like the call is going to be made to pull the plug.
Yeah, this is looking like a disastrous defense from Fnatic so far, but I just think it's a numbers game. Because of the volume of rounds they'll be playing, they're just likely to stumble onto one victory.
Okay, well, certainly still suffice while he goes down. Smoke into top banana. Spooky's going to try and play through this. He's aware no one's contesting it. It's an A stack. And the only defender here on B, which is Fear, is just trying to sell presence, and doesn't seem like he's falling anyone. Kill one. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is probably over. I appreciate Nikodaz's attempt to get cheeky. Now Fiku and Crizzen have the world to take care of. Unfortunately, the world fights back. Flame F. Second last kill found, Fiku to follow soon, and that is as convincing of a game as it can be from Fnatic to knock out one of the favorites, OG.